Well, it may be hard to believe, but just 20 years ago, most computer users had never used a mouse or seen anything on their monitors other than type. Then on January 24th, 1984, Apple introduced a computer that looked a little like this and did things that no home computer had done before.
But today, for the first time ever, I'd like to let Macintosh speak for itself.
Hello, I'm Macintosh. It sure is great to get out of that bag.
The year was 1984. IBM was the best-known name in computers. More than 90% of businesses were still clicking away on electric typewriters when the upstarts at Apple broke all the rules.
I think it's pretty clearly a pivotal moment in the history of computing.
Communications professor Ted Friedman says it started with this Super Bowl commercial, still a classic. A powerful woman runner dodges stormtroopers in a dreary landscape full of drones and smashes Big Brother. The idea? Computers are for everyone.
We shall prevail.
On January 24th, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
It was really the Apple and then even more the Macintosh who opened up computing for millions of people.
The Mac added functions to computers and words to our vocabulary. Icons, the mouse, point and click. Did its creators know this was the start of something big?
The Mac's a symbol of a whole revolution, and those of us that participated in it from the beginning and believed in it and bought into these new ideals of computers being more for, to really help people and not being something you had to fight and memorize and learn, that whole revolution just continues in our hearts to this day.
But life hasn't always been sweet for Apple. Wozniak left and came back in different roles a few times over the years, and co-founder Steve Jobs left the company in 1988, leaving it to flounder in the PC-dominated market. And Jobs, who is seen by many as a visionary leader, returned in 1995 after investing in that little animation studio called Pixar. Apple then pushed forward with new innovations tied to the Mac, many of which were ahead of their time.
Apple was a brand that spoke to them, that shared their values, and really most importantly that the Macintosh was actually a tool that could allow them to do things creatively that just weren't possible otherwise.
Among Apple's notable advancements over the last 20 years, MacPaint, the Newton handheld device, iMovie, laptops like the iBook and PowerBook, the colorful iMacs, and most recently the iTunes music service and the iPod music player, which analysts say ignited the legal downloading market. Apple may have pushed the tech envelope, but other companies sealed and delivered it, leaving the makers of the Mac with only 3 to 5% of the overall computer market today. But while Apple's cut hasn't gone up or down over the last few years, the company says it'll continue to push forward.
Something, as huge as Apple, that just happens so seldom. It's not really an example. Here's a formula, follow it. That's the rare outcome that nobody could predict.